Hey guys, this entire AI image generator is running from a USB drive. And the crazy part? It works on Windows, macOS, and even any Linux distro you throw at it. Now watch this. I plug the USB into a Windows machine, run one file, and within seconds my AI image generator is ready to go. Now I can unplug it from here, plug it into a Linux machine, and continue generating images exactly where I left off. Not only that, I can run same setup on macOS too, and continue generating images without reinstalling anything. And yes, this setup can generate any type of image. And when I say any image, I mean literally any image. It handles text to image generation and even image to image editing completely offline on your own machine. And it supports CPU, GPU, and NPU acceleration across all three operating systems. Also, you don't even need USB to run this. USB is just an example of how portable this setup is. You can run it off an external drive or your internal SSD, which will actually be faster. And honestly, making this setup fully portable across Windows, Linux, and macOS took days of work. So if you appreciate the effort, a quick subscribe would really mean a lot. Alright, now let's set this up. I'll start with Windows, but the process is exactly the same for Linux and macOS. First, if you want to run this as a portable setup, format your drive as exFAT. That's the one format that works across all three operating systems. If you're not going portable, you can skip the formatting step completely. Once that's done, open the GitHub project link from the description. And yeah, it is fully open source, so you can check the code yourself. Now to actually grab it, just hit this code button and download the zip file. Once it's downloaded, extract it to your USB drive, external SSD, or any folder on your computer. Let me extract in my USB. Once it's extracted, open the folder, and you'll see a bunch of files and folders inside, but ignore all of them. The only files that matter are these three: linux.sh, mac.sh, and windows.bat. Since I'm on Windows, I'll open windows.bat. The first time you run it, just press any key, and the setup starts automatically. It downloads everything it needs and configures the best backend for your hardware. The initial setup can take around 8 to 10 minutes, so let me fast forward this part. Alright, the setup is complete. Just press enter, and the app will open automatically in your browser. Now, the first thing we need to do is download a model for image generation. Head to the model manager and download one based on your specs. I've already got Cyber Realistic downloaded, so let me just load it from storage. If you're on a lower end system, Cyber Realistic is a solid pick to start with. Once the model is imported, just click on Load button. The app will load the model into memory and automatically use the best hardware available on your system. And there we go. The model is now loaded on the Vulkan GPU. Let's give it a try and generate our first image. And there we go. Our first image was generated in about 77 seconds, which is actually pretty good considering this system doesn't have a dedicated GPU. And honestly, the image quality looks great too. But it can do more than just generate images. It can also edit existing ones. For example, I'll upload this image and ask the AI to make her look older and change her clothes to pink. And there we go. The result looks surprisingly good. Now, if your PC has an NPU, it gets wild. The app shows NPU-compatible models automatically. I'll load an NPU model and generate the same image again. And look at this. It generated the image in under 4 seconds. That's honestly insane. Now, I'll increase the steps to the maximum and generate image. More steps usually mean longer generation times, but they can also improve image quality. And there we go. Even with the 8-step count, it generated this image in just 5.7 seconds. That's incredibly fast. If you have an NPU-equipped system, you're going to love this thing. Now let's test the exact same setup on Linux. I'll plug the same USB drive into my Linux machine and run linux.sh. Just like on Windows, the launcher automatically checks the system and configures the best backend for your hardware. This only happens the first time you run it on a new operating system. And there we go. Within a few seconds, the app is running in my browser. But here's the really cool part. Since this is the same portable setup, all the models we downloaded on Windows are already here. I'll load the same model and generate the exact same image. And as you can see, it's running perfectly on Linux as well. In fact, it finished in just 33 seconds on this machine, compared to 68 seconds on Windows. And everything gets saved right back to the USB drive, including your models, generated images, and metadata. Now let's try the exact same setup on macOS. I plugged the same USB drive into my MacBook and ran mac.sh. Just like before, the launcher configures everything automatically and uses Apple's Metal acceleration. And there we go. Within seconds, the app is running in my browser. Let me load the same cyber-realistic model and generate an image. And as you can see, it's running perfectly on macOS as well. Now, if you're using an Apple Silicon Mac, I'd recommend switching to the NPU backend from the settings and using an NPU-compatible model. The first time you load an NPU model, it can take around 4 to 5 minutes, so just be patient. After that, everything runs much faster. And that's exactly why I built this. One setup, one model library, one portable drive, and it works across Windows, Linux, and macOS. If you like this project and want to see more stuff like this, consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.